Hello, 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 side hustlers. How's everybody doing? I know I'm coming to you differently today. I'm doing a PowerPoint instead of showing my face live. I have been a little under the weather, so it's nothing worse than having one of those unexpected summer colds. Okay, so got it from my daughter. I'm like, wait a minute. She was back to normal within like 24 to 48 hours. I doped her up with vitamin C and stuff, and she was fine. I doped myself up with the same medication, and I'm still sick days later. So you don't want to see me. So it's best not to see me. So I was like, you know what? I still want to give the information. So I'm just going to do a quick PowerPoint. And so that's what I'm doing a quick PowerPoint. So as you're joining me, please say hello in the comments. If you're watching a replay, wherever you're watching it on, Facebook or Instagram or another platform, just feel free to say hello, what's up, how you doing? Hope everybody is good, okay? So I wanted to touch on planning out your side hustle business. So, of course, the question is, how do you plan out your side hustle business? And for those of you who are new to me, I'm Kathe Michele, the Teacher Side Hustle Strategist. I help educators, aspiring entrepreneurs learn how they can use the skills that they already have, the knowledge that's already in your brain, and mix those up with some savvy business skills so you can start making those additional streams of income. All right, so let's get started, okay? So first up, we are thinking about decisions, as they say, you got to make a decision on what you want to offer, okay? So it could be products, it could be services, it could be both, but you need to map out a strategy, a plan to figure it all out, okay? Now, products doesn't have to be just, hands-on type products, inventory type products. It can be digital as well, okay? So as most of you know, I like digital products. That's what I do. That's what I love to create. So I create ebooks, I create online courses, I create, little webinars and PowerPoints and workshops and things like that. So that is what I prefer to do because that's one thing that's kind of something that I have learned along the way, being an entrepreneur, going from, I used to have a brick and mortar business. I used to have a mobile business, home-based business. And when I transitioned from that 10 years ago to an online service provider, I realized that I prefer doing things that didn't require me to be in front of people, per se. So like I'm in Los Angeles and everyone else watching this, they're all over the world. I don't have to be standing in front of you in order to give you my information, to do a workshop, to present the products that I have, those type of things. So I felt like, this is a good fit for me. For other people, it might be, something that you love doing hands-on, whether it be creating cakes or creams or candles or whatever it is you want to sell, whatever products, jewelry, tools, whatever it is. You just have to know what you're going to sell and how you're going to sell it, okay? Or it could be something, that you have a combination of. So let's say you're a beauty consultant, and so maybe you make your own, creams and blushes and perfume, those kind of things. And plus, you give consultations or coaching and stuff like that. So you might have a product and a service, okay? So just something to consider as you are building your business, okay? Okay, so you can easily get overwhelmed if you don't strategically write out each step to take action. I've been there, done that. I still get overwhelmed. Even though I've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years now, I still get overwhelmed because there's always something new to learn, new to process, a different market to I guess, promote to, there's always a new social media platform. There's always something new that comes up. Just like with education, for those of you who are educators, there's always something new that we need to go back to school or to take a test for, or to, have a PD on or workshop, whatever it is. There's always something new coming down the pike. Okay. So it's something that just kind of goes hand in hand. You master something and then something new comes out and then you get overwhelmed and you have to start from the bottom. Okay. But you just, you take each step at a time. But writing it out, planning it out, once again, if you're an educator, if you don't plan stuff out, your lesson plans, whatever it is, you're going to miss something, you're going to skip a step, you're going to wish you had written it down, you thought you did it, but you didn't, or you taught something so great, but then you forgot what it was. All that stuff comes into play in business as well, okay? So as I say, a lot of these things are transferable for educators because we do it all the time without even thinking about it. We're doing it, okay? So we try not to get overwhelmed, but if you take very serious steps to plan things out, then it makes it a whole lot easier, okay? So you have to know your essential components, okay, for creating a product. So if you're creating a product, you have to know what kind of format you're going to have for that product. Is it going to be online only? Will you have a storefront, okay? Or maybe you're going to use somebody else's storefront. Maybe you're doing, just drop shipping type of products. Maybe you're having people come to your house. Maybe you're just doing it local where they come to your house, either make the product or you give them the product, out of your garage or what have you. So these are all the different parts of it that you need to consider when you have a product, okay? So pricing, of course, is super important. The old rule, now this was back, like I said, 10 years ago when I first started being an entrepreneur, the old rule was always charge 3 times as much as it takes you to either buy it or make it. And I still think that rule, is a good rule to follow, So let's say if it takes you, $5 to make a organic lipstick or what have you, then you should be charging at least $15 to $20 for that lipstick because it's costing you to make it, plus, if you got to ship it, plus any kind of advertisement, all that stuff comes into planning things out with your pricing, okay? Also, you need to consider your audience needs and wants, okay? A lot of times people, create things or they put something out on the market, but they don't even know if people want it, okay? You have to know if people want stuff, okay? So maybe they don't want lipstick that turns their lips, orange or whatever in the sun. I don't know. Maybe people love it. Who knows? But you got to survey your audience. See what people are talking about. See what people want. Find out who your target market is, your person that is the one who's going to want this, lipstick that turns orange in the sun, whatever it is, and see, what are they looking for? What price points are they willing to pay for it? All those things come into play. And then, of course, marketing. Oh my gosh, marketing is such a huge thing. Marketing is probably 80% of any business, So you have your product, that's about 20%, whatever the product is. Takes the time, maybe 20% of your time to either make it or create it or whatever it is. But the rest, the 80%, is marketing. So you got to have your marketing in check so you know that, hey, you're marketing to the right people on the right platform, using the right kind of pictures or advertisement or however you choose to, do your marketing, okay? And then bonuses, everyone likes a bonus, okay? I love a bonus. So you have to figure out, okay, will it be, you get 10% off, or the next 10 people get, this extra, makeup remover, stuff like that. So take into account those little things too. So to figure all of this out, you need to follow a step-by-step system, okay? Everybody needs a system, okay? So it's just like if you go to, I just went to DSW shoe store not too long ago. And, their system is you come in, you look at the, row by row of, shoes and things like that. It's in the back, it's all the stuff for sale. You pick out what you want, you take it to the line, and you buy it. It's a system, Okay, just like anything else, you go to the library, you look, through the aisles of books, and you find out what you like. You go to the lady, you check, you have to have a card, and you check it out. It's a system for everything. Okay, so systems are also in business as well. Okay, and let's not forget our income plans. Okay, so what about your income plans? Do you have one? Okay, because you need some income strategies. You have to plan out your income strategies as well. Okay, so you got to know how much it's going to cost to ship something if you have a product. You got to know how much it's going to cost for web hosting or storage, or if you have to print something out like labels, and if you're doing, let's say, Facebook marketing or Instagram marketing, or are you just handing out, cards, or are you doing vendor events, those kind of things. All those things, you have to plan those out. Those are income strategies, because all that gets deducted, okay, from the cost of whatever product you're creating. So what are your income goals? Do you have something for your daily income goals, your weekly, monthly, annually? So these are the plans that you have to write out. And I keep saying write out. I know we're in an age of technology where everybody wants to, just type. I mean, typing is fine, but I'm old school. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm old school. A lot of the things that I have done with my business for the last 10 years, I have written them out in planners. I have written them out as if I am writing an essay with a brainstorm list and a sloppy copy and so forth and so on. Because for me, it's more concrete. Versus, okay, if it's in digital, I got to go on my computer or on my phone and look up the file. And sometimes I can't remember where my files are, stuff like that. But I'm not saying you can't do it. You can create, planners and things online as well. But to me, it's just an easier access. I keep my planners with me 24/7, whether I'm at work, home, at the beach, whatever. I take my planner with me, okay? So just something to think about. Systems, again, what systems do you have in place to keep clients and money coming in consistently, okay? So no matter what kind of business you have, whether you're selling a product or service or both, brick and mortar, at home, mobile, there are 3 simple systems that all businesses need, okay? These are just kind of your basic, business one-on-one about having systems in order to create the business that you want. So the first one is a discovery system, okay? People have to find you. How are they going to find you? So you have to have some kind of system in place so that people can find you. So whether you're doing social media posts or have an opt-in lead page, some freebies so people will give you their email so that they can, have contact, and you can have contact with them as freely as you can. Or do you have a Facebook page or Instagram, business page, those kind of things. You have to have some kind of system in place to where people can find you, okay? Whether it be a website or a landing page, that's up to you, whatever you're comfortable with, but it has to be some kind of discovery system, because if you're just sitting in your home waiting for people to buy your products and you don't have any kind of system in place, it's going to be extremely difficult, okay, for your business to take off and run, okay, consistently. Okay, and put that in there, consistently, because word of mouth does work. One person tells another person, but when you want to do it a faster way, we're working smarter, not harder, okay? The next kind of system is a relationship system. You have to build relationships with people, okay? Because most of the time, not 100% of the time, most of the time, people buy things from people they like, okay? Whether it be a picture that they see and they like it. So if it's Rihanna and she has her picture on her makeup Fenty, people might just buy it just because they like Rihanna. Has probably nothing to do with whatever makeup, is the best, or, looks the best on them, but they just love Rihanna, okay, whatever it is. And that's just, we kind of, we go with our gut feeling. We go with different ways we relate to people, things like that. So it's the whole know, like, and trust. You might have heard that before in business. All that stuff comes into effect when you are selling whatever it is you're selling, products, services, or both. Creating a relationship is super important, okay? Because once they feel like, oh, okay, I think I like the way she's, let's say someone has a tutorial on baking a cake. I watch Food Network constantly, so I fall in love with the chefs or the cooks making the food. And that's what makes me want to buy their cookbook. That's what makes me want to keep watching their show. That's what makes me want to try their recipes. Okay. Everybody's making the same thing for the most part, but it's that some kind of relationship that I have, virtually, of course. I don't know, like my dream chef is what's the lady? Ree Drummond, the Pioneer Woman. Love her. Okay. But it's like, I don't know her. Probably would never meet her. But I've bought her cookbooks. I have made her recipes. Now, what made me choose her over, let's say, I don't know, Rachel Ray or somebody else? I related to her personality, her family life, the connection she has with her kids, those type of things. Something in the relationship that comes across the TV screen makes me like her, even though I don't know her, okay? But that's just how it is. Same thing with your products and service. For whatever reason, you have to convey some kind of know, like, and trust with your services or products to make people want to know you and see if they like you. And if they like you, they'll trust you and give you their money. That's just straight out how it goes, okay? And then, of course, a sales system, okay? The final piece of the puzzle, okay? Now, sales systems, there's probably a bunch of different ones. I'm sure you've heard of funnel sales, and, you got your hard sales, you got your soft funnel sales, all those things. Yes, you need some kind of system to sell your product, okay? Because just posting, let's say, a picture on Facebook is not necessarily going to get you consistent clients buying that product. So I can post a picture of some yummy, lemonade all day, every day. But if I don't have a system for attaching some kind of call to action to get people to want to buy it, and therefore go into a funnel of exchange of product for service, or product for whatever it is, that I'm selling, then it's not going to work. There has to be a sales system set up so that people can see, oh, look at this yummy peach lemonade. Okay, well, if I buy this, then I'm going to get it within, 3 days, or then I'm going to get an email telling me how I can order more, or, whatever it is. There has to be a system in place, whether it's a hard funnel or a soft funnel. There is going to be some type of funnel type system, okay? Do whatever you're comfortable. You don't have to be salesy. You don't have to be, in people's faces with it, but there are techniques and ways to do it to where, you're offering. That's pretty much all you're doing. You're offering your product or service in exchange for, their money. That's just how it goes, a sales system. Just like with when I pass by, Panda Express in the mall, they're always offering a free sample of food. Okay, almost any of those food courts you walk by, they're going to offer you a free sample of food. Why? Because once I taste it, I might go over there and buy a meal for whatever, $10 or something like that. That is a sales system. Okay, you're offering something to a stranger to entice them to move in closer, try something that they're selling. Okay, it's that simple. But you have to know how to put it in place. You have to know how to plan it out. You have to know the strategic steps in order for that to function correctly. Okay, so do you want to break all 3 of these plans down into more manageable steps? Okay, is that something that you feel like, yeah, I know for me, when I first started out, Yes, a big yes. I needed something that's going to help me manage all these different pieces of the puzzle together so that it doesn't overwhelm me. Because if I get overwhelmed, I'm just going to stop. Okay. I'm going to stop and just, like, oh, well, that didn't work out. That was a great side hustle business idea, but didn't work out because you didn't have any manageable steps, something to break each step down. Okay. So, if you want to start planning all three of these systems today, go to my sidehustlecollege.teachable.com and get my From Puzzle to Plan bundle for just $27. Okay, so here's what you get in the bundle. You get three things. You get the Side Hustle Creation Planner, okay, which is going to go over like sales pages, how to craft your offer, the whole pricing, what the audience needs and wants, marketing, how to create a bonus, those type of things. And then the second one is a Side Hustle Business Income Planner. And this baby right here is chock full of things that will help you realize your good stuff, your weak areas, how to get unstuck, thinking about long-term type of things, trying to figure out who your dream client is, how to break that down. Lets you look at your competition, show you how to watch for different things that your competitors are doing so you can know how to make it even better, okay, make it jiggy, how to, craft your offers and packages. Let's say if you're offering a service, how to create a package, maybe you want to put it on a home page. I even show you how to create, different things on your home page and some of the tools that I've used to create all these things myself. And then last but not least, you get the three systems that you really only need to start a side hustle business. And this is an ebook, okay? So it goes over all the marketing aspects, okay? Thinking about the discovery part of it, building that relationship, and of course the sales system, going over, okay, can you use webinars? What kind of marketing strategy? Should you do blogging or should you write a book? I break it all down in this ebook, okay? So you can get it all on my website, sidehustlecollege.teachable.com. Download it today. It's just $27 and get started on your side hustle business, okay? All right, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you next time. Bye.